It's very important that if we truly want to build a local church, we need to see how we can work in communion with each other and to recognize that all of us are important and every charism has to be respected so that together we can build a church.
The Archdiocesan Pastoral Council, or the APC as we call it in short, began in February 2023 when the bishop invited some clergy, some religious and some laity to really express the hopes and the concerns of the people of God and to help our bishop shape and realize the vision of the Archdiocese in Singapore.
One of its immediate tasks is developing the 10-year pastoral plan for our church, starting and safeguarding a process that brings together the clergy, the religious and the faithful to discern where does God want us as a church to be in the next 10 years? How does God want us to move forward as a people?
We are building on the strengths of what has been our diocese for more than 200 years. But we are also building on what we began in recent times. The Catholic 200 SG collective discernment exercise that we did, and in 2021 and 2022, the synodal conversations that many of you participated in. And then when we gathered together in 2022 June at the Archdiocesan Assembly, and in 2023, the work that we're doing as the APC is to gather from all of this, study the information, continue the conversations with different communities.
Once we had those areas of concerns, we also needed to do deeper study. And so the APC formed 4 study groups. Study group in the area of discipleship, in families and communities, evangelization and mission, structures and support.
These 4 study groups had over 40 meetings all across their different study groups. They studied 30 over topics and many papers have been presented to the APC. At the APC, we want to focus on with Christ to build the kingdom of God. Not to be a church that maintains itself, but to be a church that's outward looking, that goes outwards to especially to those on the margins, and together with everyone to build an evangelizing, welcoming and compassionate church.
So with these in mind, APC has put together a draft document on how our church might move forward in the next 10 years. We will be bringing this draft document to the different communities of the church. And with each conversation, we intend to update the draft document and ultimately to bring it to Archdiocesan Assembly in early 2025. And following this assembly, the APC will then draw on prayers and the discernment to put together a draft pastoral plan for the Archbishop's consideration.
There's a lot of work ahead for all of us, but in all things, we put God at the center. Your prayers are important to the kind of church Jesus is inviting us to be, and for the many more who look at us as the face of God in Singapore.
We invite you to join us in forming the direction of our church. Study the draft recommendations, share with us your views, and join us in the district and parish conversations. Together as a church, we can, with Christ, build the kingdom of God.